So this one is going to be for the girls. I've just been asked a question. Basically, he said a man has obviously she's noticed something's going on. She can't put a finger on it. She doesn't exactly know what it is, but obviously he's been getting back later from work. Stuff started to change, but she feels something's going on here. So obviously she's asked the question, you know, what's going on, this, that and the other. The guys responded abrupt, get angry, shouting, you know, saying, why are you accusing me of this? You know, well, this is always the way, every time you do this, you know, you're always going on at me, you always accuse me, you don't trust me. You know, the lady's obviously, you know, explained this is not true whatsoever, because she really doesn't go on. She doesn't ask the questions because she's too fucking scared to ask them. Because every time she does ask a question, where he is or what he's done, what he's going to be doing, he flips his fucking lid and starts shouting and hollering and blaming her for accusing him of stuff, blaming her for what's she doing, where's she going. I asked the question, you know, when he questions you, like, what do you say? How do you respond? She said, I sit down and I tell him exactly, you know, where I am, what I'm doing, where I've been, try and compensate and explain myself when I've not done anything, you know, but yet he won't explain where he is or what he's done or what's going on. She constantly explains to him, you know, answers every question that he fires at her. But every time she answers a question, the guy turns around and says it's a lie. She's lying. She's making it up. She's lying. It's not true. The guy's accusing her of cheating. He's accusing her of seeing other people. But the guy just flips and gets angry and won't answer the questions. But she feels something here. So my answer to your question is, you know, at the end of the day, if you're together with a partner and you're in a relationship, a 50-50 relationship, if your partner feels uneasy, insecure, or, you know, feels that wants to know something about what's going on just to settle them down, then why would you not explain to them, you know, what it is? Why would you not help them? Why would you not, when you can clearly see if your partner's got a worry, they believe something, you know, they're not feeling great, they're upset. So, you know, as a man, you would sit and explain and say, listen, love, you know, this is what's going on. I'm sorry you feel that way. Yeah, I am working a little bit harder at the moment. I am going off, staying on the extra hour, whatever it may be that you're doing that's the truth. Help them out, you know, you're together, you're in love with them, aren't you? You know, that's the deal. Send them a tracker, let them see where you're going, just so, you know, you can see where I'm going. I'll tell you everything you want to know calmly, collectively. You don't flip your ass out, get angry and start shouting and bawling and accusing the other person of cheating. That's not what you do. So yeah, the answer to the question is I would look very, very worried about that. I'll be worried, especially if it's not coming clean and getting angry. I would imagine that it's time to sit once more, sit down, have one more chat, sit down. Okay, let's work this out. Like, you know, I'm uncomfortable here in this relationship. You know, I'm not confident. I want you to explain to me, you know, what's going on, what you want. I did mention before a few times that you can. This happened to me before, and someone asked me, they said, but we're sleeping together, you know, when it calms down, as long as I'm conforming, you know, everything's great, and then we'll have a great time, we'll sleep together. So surely he's not doing anything if he's sleeping with me, you know, he can't. Well, let me tell you, it doesn't really matter, because at the end of the day, if you want to be with someone and you're in love with someone, then you tell them what you're doing. Any secrets like that are a red flag, a big red flag, you know. Because at the end of the day, you can't communicate. How can you move forward if someone's keeping stuff back from you, you know? So I would for me personally, you know, and what I've experienced as a man and done myself, I'm going to put it right out there, sorry, but I would always go with that. If you feel something there, when you ask the question, if you don't get the response that you expect, if you don't get the answers that you should get, whether you're having with a partner, then always trust here. And there's no need to keep going on and asking these questions. You don't need to keep asking it and try and figure it out, because I tell you why, love. Because you already know. You already know. You know the answers to your questions. Inside knows. You know. So don't let them. Don't let them take that self-dignity away from you, because you know. You don't need to ask. You already know. And walk away. Just leave it, because it's not going to be right for you. You're not going to be happy. You can't live your life wondering all the time and worrying and turning into someone that's always asking questions, because all he'll do is he'll just keep firing back. Oh, you're always going on. You don't stop. All you do is questions, because it just demoralizes you as a person, and you're worth more than that. All right, so just walk away. Find another person that you can feel comfortable with, but you're not going to feel that way with anymore, because it's not nice, and you don't want to feel that way. You don't want to live your life like that way, because at the end of the day, he's lying and he's cheating, holding things back. You know, it's not good. So yeah, my advice is walk away. Find someone that appreciates you. Find someone that will take the time to make you feel comfortable. Find someone that won't even make you feel like that in the first place.